Hi everybody, so I'm back. My 2-hour timer hasn't gone off yet, but I decided to check on my dough and see how the bulk fermentation is going. And I noticed that when I looked at it, it had all the signs of being ready. There's some bubbles on the top, some on the bottom. It's definitely jiggly like Jell-O. But the thing that I noticed the most is when I started to tip it, it's coming right out of the bowl. It's going to dump right onto my counter. And I feel like this is a step that I've made in becoming a better sourdough baker. Is I used to let it sit a lot longer than this because I felt like it didn't have enough bubbles in the dough. But now I'm noticing I was overproofing it and I need to dump it out sooner and shape it and get it in the refrigerator for the cold fermentation part. So I'm gonna dump it out now and I'll show you what to do when your bulk fermentation is done. But those are the main ways to know that your dough is fermented and it's done. Watch when I pull with my hand. It comes right out of the bowl. It's not sticking at all. It's gonna dump right out. There are bubbles. It's jiggly. There's bubbles on the bottom. So I must have been letting it sit too long. So this is what I'm gonna do. So this is my rice flour. I told you this is a product that you can buy, but you don't have to. Some people sprinkle a little tiny bit of regular flour right onto their surface. I like to use this rice flour, so that's only about how much I spread, not a lot. I have my Banneton baskets ready, and I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna dump out my dough, and I should be able to just do this. It comes right out, plunks right onto my counter, really nothing left in the bowl. When I look at this, it's a little bit sticky, it's very pillowy, it's very jiggly. I can use my bench scraper now. I can move it around. It really doesn't stick to anything. A little bit, but not a lot. So I'm gonna just put it right onto where the flour was. Because I made, oh, now you can really see the bubbles. Because I really made a double batch, I'm gonna take this, I'm not selling this to anybody. I'm not giving it away to anybody. So this is just for our family. I'm just gonna estimate. I'm not gonna weigh the dough at all. So I'm just gonna take the bench scraper, cut it in half, and go, okay, those are equal enough. This one maybe looks a little bit bigger, but I'm gonna move this one to a different spot on my counter, get that one out of the way, and work on this one first. So right now, what I'm gonna show you is after bulk fermentation, these have to be shaped and placed into the Banneton baskets. So this is how I learned to do it. But when I watch online, there's lots of different cool ways to do the shaping part. When you're shaping, you wanna roll it up in such a way that you create a lot of surface tension in the dough. So in other words, it's nice and tight, but not so tight that it's ripping. So there's just a fine line there, and I'll show you how to get that surface tension without it ripping. So you just take your dough, and I think you can see it okay in this angle, and pull it apart gently, just so that it forms into a rectangle. Notice it's not sticking to my gloves. It's not sticking to the surface. It doesn't have to be a perfect rectangle. And then you fold it. Kind of reminds me of a burrito. And somebody on one of my posts said it reminded them of swaddling a baby. So you just take one side, fold it to the middle, take the other side, fold it to the other edge. So it's just like a burrito right now. Then I take it and roll it up. And there's times it might stick a little bit, but not really. Then you're gonna lift it up, move it this way, and do the same thing. Roll it up. And you can hear it squeaking and the bubbles popping. So then you just take it with your hands and you make it in a circle. So you just go like this and kind of tuck it under, push, and then pull it back. Push it out, pull it back, push it out, pull it back. And then I'm just doing this until I can see that the top is pretty tight. This is just the first shaping. So now that I feel like it's pretty tight, I'm going to be shaping it again. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little flour over here. I'm gonna pick it up with my bench scraper, slide it over, and I'm going to let that dough rest now for 20 minutes. So now I just have to do the same thing to the other piece of dough. Sprinkle a little flour here. But if I don't sprinkle the flour there, that's okay too. And now, again, it's a nice pillowy dough. There's bubbles. I'm gonna form it into that rectangle shape. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just try to spread it out a little bit. If I was adding inclusions, this is usually when I would put in the cheese or the jalapenos or the pepperonis or the blueberries, whatever I'm adding. I'll show you that in another video. So this is enough of a rectangle for me. And then I'm gonna flip it to the middle, grab the other side, flip it over to the other side so that they meet. Now I'm gonna take it and roll it up. Now I'm gonna pick it up, roll it up the other way. And again, I'm gonna do my push and pulls. That's what these are called. People call it a candy cane shape or the letter C. And you just push it up and then you pull it back and tuck it under. Push it up, pull it back and tuck it under. And you just do it a few times until the tightness appears on the top of the dough. And that's just my first shaping. So again, I'm gonna sprinkle a little rice flour on there. I'm gonna pick it up with this, move it over, and now I'm gonna let that rest for 20 minutes.